Hi guys, welcome back to class. I do apologize. The Hangout app was not loading for me, and so every time I tried to start it up, it would wait and wait and wait, and then it would finally end up closing down. And then it was saying that it wasn't available. So yeah, I had to close it down, and then clear out my cache, and then restart the verbling and all that stuff. So back end, just things you got to do with computers every once in a while because they decide to not work. Yes, so this hour we are going to be practicing our reading and pronunciations as we read through some short stories. Okay, right now we're on case number 21. All right, and yes, we are going to be practicing our pronunciations more than anything as we read through this. So let's see who we have first. Flavio, how are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. How you doing?
Okay, fine. And you?
I'm doing great. Flavio, where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
From Brazil. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. What do you do?
Well, I used to teach SketchUp. I don't know if you know about it.
Quechua.
SketchUp from Google. SketchUp from Google.
Oh, okay.
It's a kind of software you draw in 3D.
Okay, very cool. So, did you teach that in high school or at the university?
No. It's just a private teaching.
Okay, excellent. Great.
Okay.
Well, welcome to class. It's good to have you here.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and how about Mustafa? How are you?
Hi, Chad. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. Now, Mustafa, do you like to listen to hip hop music?
Not too much, but I use sometimes.
Okay. Do you have a favorite artist that you like to listen to?
Actually, no.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of it, but I haven't listened very much anymore. But anyway, welcome back to class. All right, you guys, I'm going to roll through introductions really quick so we can get into reading because I had the issue with Hangouts. Okay, so let's see who we got here. So Ahmed Khalil, how are you? All right, let's go to Carlos. Carlos, how you doing?
I'm very good, thank you, Chad. And you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Welcome to class.
Thank you.
Now, last time you came into class, I was like, I think you're a lawyer, but it was wrong. You're the veterinarian, right?
That's right.
Yes, I got it. Finally. Jeez. Awesome. Welcome back to class, man.
Thank you.
All right, Gaetano, welcome back. How are you? Gaetano, is your microphone muted? Okay, let's go to Jane. How are you, Jane? Jane, can you hear me okay? Make sure that you are not muted, and I'll be back to you. How about Lucas?
Hi, Chad. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you, man?
Well, I'm good right now. Thank you.
Awesome. Great. Good to have you here in class.
Thank you.
All right. How about Nico? How you doing?
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How have things been going? Have you been helping out? Is it your brother-in-law with his store?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I got cold. So you will hear me a little bad, but it's not a big deal. So.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool, man. Well, welcome back to class. Good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
All right. How about Pablo? How you doing, Pablo?
Hello, I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. welcome back to class. Good to have you here.
Thank you. I'm
All
Pablo
right.
from Buenos Aires.
Yeah, I have my two Argentines right next to each other. All right, let's see. Jane's back. How you doing, Jane?
I'm fine. I had some problems.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad you're back in class. Thank you, Jane.
Thank you, teacher.
All right, let's see. Gaetano, did you get your microphone fixed? Nope, not so much. All right, keep working on it. How about E-Ray? How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing good. Now, how would I pronounce your name correctly? Is it Eray?
Yes, it's true.
Okay. I had to look at it. At first, I was thinking it was more of a Brazilian name, and then I saw the Turkish symbol. I was like, okay, so that'll be a Turkish pronunciation. So Eray.
Yes.
Great.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, welcome to class. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, you guys. Let's go ahead and open up our link. Okay, I put that in the chat box, and let's see. When you open it, this is what you're going to see. Okay, and you can go ahead and scroll down. Okay, we'll start on this first paragraph. This hour, we're going to start over on the left-hand side, and Carlos will be my first reader. Carlos, let me have you read the first paragraph, please.
Okay. Case 21, the child. Okay. Inspector Tina Cassidy was manning dispatch. Cassidy? Okay, Cassidy was manning dispatch for a few minutes while Ola was taking a break. There you go. Ola finished her break, came back into dispatch, and put her glasses back on. Tina got up and Ola sat down. Tina was fixing to leave when Ola's youngest daughter, Chelsea, walked into the precinct and stood at the window. Ola motioned for her to come in. "That is my daughter Chelsea," said Ola to Tina. Chelsea stood at the counter in the dispatch office. Ola adjusted the volume on the radio and got up to see her daughter, Chelsea. "This is Tina Cassidy. She is my baby. I taught her everything she knows," said Ola. "Nice to meet you," said Tina, shaking Chelsea's hand. Chelsea was not very cordial to Tina, who was always bubbly and full of life. "I brought your breakfast," said Chelsea. "Thank you, baby," said Ola. The phone started ringing. Ola went into the dispatch room to answer it. Tina stepped to the door. Ola was writing down the information that the caller was giving her. Tina read what Ola wrote down, and she took a pen and wrote down on a scratched piece of paper the time and that she was en route. Ola put her hand over the receiver. "I am fixing to send Oscar to back you up," said Ola. Tina went running out of dispatch and headed out the door.
All right, nice job. Okay, your R sounds are very good. Your T sounds, D sounds, things like that, really good. Okay, now we probably have some new words in here, and probably just some tweaking of some vowel sounds that I want to go over. Okay, so first off, here you said ruining, ru, but we want to use a short U and say running.
Running.
Good. One more time. Running.
Running.
Excellent. Now, we have two words here that I want to practice that start with the Y. Okay. The first word is you. The next word is youngest. Okay. On both these words, you pronounce sort of the a Spanish Y, saying youngest and you. Okay. The trick with the Y sounds in English, especially for those who speak Portuguese or Spanish, is to start off with an E sound. Okay. So, for example, the word you, we want to pronounce like this. E-U. We say you. You. Try that.
You.
Good.
You.
Just like that. We're going to do that same thing with the word youngest. So instead of saying youngest and reading that as a Y, I want you to think of an E sound and say youngest. Youngest.
Youngest.
Just like that. Great.
Youngest.
Excellent. Now, Carlos, that will work with all Y words. Okay, words that start with Y. Yellow, yet, yesterday. Okay, youngest, years, you, your. Okay, things like that. Okay, so you want to start with that E sound instead of reading that as a Y. Okay, two more words for you. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Next word is motioned.
Motion.
Okay, this word is, yeah, and we're going to add a D sound at the end. Motioned. Motioned.
Motioned.
Good. That was great. Nice job. Okay, last word. Okay, this word is man. Okay, like if we were just reading the first part of that, that's man. Now, if someone is manning, that would mean that they are standing in whatever position you're describing. So here we're describing the dispatch position. So they're in the dispatch room. So they're manning dispatch. Okay, so let me have you repeat that word. Manning.
Manning.
Good, just like that. Manning. Excellent. All right, everything else sounded great. Nice job, Carlos.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
All right, let's go to Eray. Let me have you read the next two paragraphs, please.
Okay. 1 second. Inspector G.P. Bolt was pulling up to go to work as Tina was fixing to get in her car. What's going on? Asked G.P. We just got a report of shots fired at 19 and 1 Liberty, said Tina. You can ride with me, said G.P. Tina got in his car and they headed to the scene. Officer Oscar Malt was the first officer on the scene. He noticed smoke coming from the back of the house. There are 3 people in the house, screamed the neighbor. He went to his car and notified dispatch to send the fire department to the scene. He took out a flashlight and went back towards the house. He felt off the door knob and it was cool to the touch, so he kicked the door open. He turned his flashlight and got on his hands and knees and crawled into the dark smoke-filled house. He found a young girl sitting beside the sofa crying. Don't be scared, I'm here to help you, said Oscar, reaching for the child. Oscar managed to get the child out of the burning house.
All right, excellent job. Very good. Let's practice some words together, okay? First word here is filled. Filled.
Filled.
Great. One more time. Filled.
Filled.
Very good. Now, the first time you read this word, you said it absolutely correct. Okay, the word is seen.
Seen. Okay.
Good. Okay. Now, our next word is noticed. Noticed. Noticed.
Noticed.
Good. One more time. Noticed.
Noticed.
Excellent. Now, this word here you had read as heeded. Okay. Now, to heed would have 2 E's. Okay, and this would then be heated, like that. But if we have EAD, Okay, that is now a short E sound. Okay, and the word is head, headed.
Okay. We say in here headed, headed.
It would be headed, headed with a short E sound.
Headed.
Good. One more time. Headed.
Headed.
Good. Nice job. Okay. Last word or number. Okay. This is 1901.
1901.
Now, when we are talking about addresses, okay, this is going to be an address. 1901 Liberty. And so they're talking about the house number, which is 1901, okay, on Liberty Street, okay? But instead of saying 1901 or 19 and 1, okay, we say 1901. Okay, that's how we would read addresses. So let me have you read 1901 Liberty.
Okay, 1901 Liberty.
Good, nice job. Okay, excellent job. Your reading was very good.
Thank you.
Nice job. Keep working hard. All right, let's go to.
You were my teacher, and we studied about ED, and I found these documents, and I can send. And who need, for example, Carlos Mendoza, I can send you with email and rules, ED plus ending rules, if you want.
Yeah, anything like that. I have an ED document that I use as well, and it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, welcome to class. Let's see. Let's go to Flavio. Flavio, let's have you read here.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi there. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me have you read this next paragraph, please.
Okay. JP and Tina were behind the fire truck and went on the scene. The house was fully involved. Oscar Mallet was sitting on the ground consoling the little girl that he had saved. There are two more in the house, and I could not get to them, said Oscar. JP asked the young girl what her name was. She just continued to sit and cry, never answering his question. Tina came up. Mrs. Marshall was the one that called it in. She said that she heard several gunshots, and a few minutes later she saw smoke coming from the bedroom. She identified the people that that lived here as Bob Clara, and their daughter Mattie Tongs, said Tina. After the fire was extinguished, Fire Captain Marco Gilmore came up to talk to JP. We found the two victims in the bedroom lying on the bed. We also found several burn patterns, meaning there were multiple fire sets, said Marco.
All right. Flavio, you have an excellent accent when you read. Okay,
Thank you.
Very, very good accent. Very American. I don't know if that's what you were going for, but yes, it's very, very good. Now, in saying that, because of that, I'm going to be a little bit more nitpicky. Okay, and we're going to take a look at vowel sounds and how we properly form those. Okay, I only actually have two words and then one ed ending that I want to go over with you. Okay, so the first word is going to be an ed ending. The word is asked. Okay, now the trick to the word is not to pronounce the K. Okay, here you had said asked, but you do not ever want to pronounce the K when you have an ed at the end. Okay, if it's just the word ask, yes, you do pronounce the K. If it's asking, yes, you pronounce the K. But once you add the ed on the end, that K disappears, and we say asked.
Asked.
Okay, and you have to make sure to pronounce that T, asked. Okay, now on the word bedroom. Okay, here you had sort of you were saying Badroom, it was more badroom instead of be with the short E sound, bedroom. When you said bed, that was perfect, okay? Just remember that short E is going to be the same here in this word, bedroom.
So bedroom or bedroom?
Bedroom with the short E,
bedroom.
There you go, that's it, bedroom, okay? This word here, you had said patterns, patterns. We want to say patterns.
Pattern.
Yep, patterns.
Pattern.
Okay, make sure to add that S at the end, patterns.
Patterns.
Good, that's it. Okay, so just a little, a couple tweaks on some of the words. Everything else sounded great. Okay, even extinguished. Okay, which was the big word for the day, extinguished. You got that one right. You nailed it. Nice job.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, very good.
Extinguished.
Thank you. Yep, extinguished. Cool. All right, thank you very much. Let's go to Gaetano.
Oh, hi. Sorry for the late.
Oh, sure, no problem, man. Let's see.
We need to
why does it
notify.
keep doing that?
Here, we need to notify.
Yep. Yeah, go ahead and read that and into this next paragraph too, please.
So can I read?
Yes, go ahead.
We need to notify the next of kin, said the JP. Tina went back to talk to the witness to see if they knew who to contact. She came back and told the JP that Bob had a brother, Tony. Matty heard the name Tony and she got up and was fixing to start running. Oscar stopped her. Let's take her back to the precinct and see if we can figure out what is going on, said JP. Oscar escorted Matty to his car. Oscar, JP and Tina arrived back at the precinct. Oscar was going to go right to the report. JP, Tina and Matty were walking down the hall. Paula saw Matty with JP and Tina and motioned for him to come into dispatch. Take Matty to the detective's office, said JP, as he started into the dispatch office. I did not get you were en route with the subject of your starting and ending mileage, said Ola. We did not put it out over the radio and nobody needs to know that Matty is here, said JP. Ola had a confused look on her face. What are you talking about? asked Ola. Her parents perished in a house fire. When Tina told who the next of kin was, she got scared and tried to take off running on us. We are trying to figure out what is going on, said JP. Gotcha, said Ola.
All right, excellent job, very good. Okay,
Thank you.
Let's practice some words together. Okay.
Okay.
First off, okay. Now the trick. I was talking a little bit about this earlier, but the trick with the word asked, okay, is not to pronounce that K or the id sound. Okay. Here you had said asked, but we want to forget about that T and pronounce the word like that. Asked. Asked.
Asked.
Asked. Okay. Skip that K sound. Asked.
Asked. Okay. Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Now let's practice the short U sound. Here you had said put using an U sound, put. Okay, but we want to say put.
Put.
Good. One more time, put.
Put.
Very good. Okay. Let's practice the word in. Where'd you go? Into. Okay. So here, what I want you to take a look at when you're reading as well are going to be your short I sounds. Okay. Now, it's typical of those who speak French, Italian, Spanish, and Portuguese to have a little bit of an issue with their I's. Okay. Because normally when you see an I, you want to say E. Okay, that's the sound there, okay? But that's okay. It's normal, all right? And so you have to fight against that. Now, what I usually tell my students that speak these type of romantic languages, okay, is whenever you feel or whenever you see an I, if at 90% of the time, if you pronounce an I, which would be that short I sound, I, like it, is, did, his, okay, all of those have short I's. in as well as into. So instead of saying in, into, it, is, did, and he's, we want to pronounce an I sound. It, is, did, and his. Okay, so these 4 words here, let's practice these real quick. So we want to say I. It, is, did, and his. Try that.
It, is, did, and?
His.
I don't remember. His.
Okay, yeah, I have them written here in the chat box. Yeah, it did, it is, did, and his. Okay, so that's that short I sound. So when we have the word into, okay, right here, let's practice that. We're going to say he started into the dispatch office.
He started into dispatch office.
Okay, and here's that I as well. We want to say did instead of dispatch, dispatch, into dispatch.
Into the dispatch.
That's it, okay? That's that I sound, okay? About 90% of the time, that I is going to be a short I sound. Other times, like time or behind, okay? Mileage, okay? That's when we're going to have long I sounds, okay? But most of the time, it'll be a short I, okay? I do want to practice 2 other words, okay? So right here, this word is talk. That L is silent. We don't say talk, we say talk.
Talk.
Good, good, yeah. One more time, talk.
Talk.
Great, great, yes, without that L. Okay, last word. Okay, when we have a word that ends with P, okay, that ED sounds like a T. So the word is stopped.
Stopped.
Good, one more time, stopped.
Stopped.
Excellent, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Jane. Hi, Jane, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Jane. Let me have you read these next 2 paragraphs, and we'll probably do about half of this this next paragraph right till about here where it says Tina. Go ahead and read that, please.
JP and Tina were behind the fire truck, and when they arrived on the scene, the house was fully involved.
Let's see. Hold on one second. I think you are 1 paragraph too high. Go one paragraph down below where it says JP went to the detective's office. Okay. Rebella had given Maddie a pen.
So went to.
So from where you were at, go down 1, 2, 3 paragraphs.
Okay. It's because I'm reading in another page to make it bigger.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Okay, no problem. JP went to detective's office. Rebella had given Matty a pen and a piece of paper so she could draw for entertainment. Harvey, I want you and Rebella to take Mary home with you and see if you can get her to open up. Tina, I want you to see what you can find on Tony Tom's, said JP. I can take Mary shopping before you take her home, asked Rebella. JP told her she could. Rebella and Harvey went to their house with Mary. Harvey stayed at home while Rebella and Mary went clothes shopping. They had a big time trying on different outfits, and when they were finished, Mary had a big smile on her face. Tina came back into the detective's office. I did not find anything on Tony. Maybe she just doesn't like him, said Tina. No, there's something wrong here because that child had fear in her eyes when you mentioned his name, said JP. Are you thinking he was involved in the death of Mary's parents? Asked Tina.
Asked. There we go. Just tell right there. Yeah, so that word is asked. Asked Tina.
Asked Tina.
There you go. And just tell right there, okay? So on this word, okay, because ast ends with a T sound and Tina starts with a T sound, we actually combine those and we say Astina. Astina.
Astina. I sure do. Okay. I sure do, said JP. Do you want me and Susie to go pick him up? Pick him up? Asked Tina. No yet. I want to see if Rebella can get Maddie to talk, because if he was involved and we can get enough evidence to prove he did it, then he might hurt Maddie, said JP. I just hope Rebella can get her to talk, said Tina.
Okay, good. All right, so I want to practice some short I sounds with you as well. So, okay. For example, the word did. Instead of saying did, we want to use a short I. Did.
Did.
Okay, good. Okay, let's do that same thing with the word different.
Different.
Good. Yeah. So we don't want to say different, but it's different. Okay.
Different.
Now, I want to practice the T's just a little bit. Okay. We tend to hide our T sounds a lot. Okay, and the reason why I'm going to this is because your R sounds and your D sounds are sounding really good, and so I want to kind of focus on these type of sounds. So, for example, when I read this this sentence here, go ahead and look up on the screen. Okay, Harvey, I want you and Rebella to take. Okay, so yes, I pronounced the T's there, but want. Okay, that T is hidden. I want you and Rebella to take Maddie home with you. So the double T here, I turn that to a D sound. Okay, and this word here is actually turned to T instead of to. All right. So yeah, to take Maddie. To take Maddie. Try that.
To take Maddie.
Good, yeah, and so we bounce. We bounce off of to and right into take. To take Maddie home.
Okay. To take Maddie home.
Good. Now let's try and hide the T sound with I want. Okay, so we're going to say, Harvey, I want you and Rebella. I want you. Want. So it's a want you.
I want you.
Good. One more time. Harvey, I want you and Rebella.
Harvey, I want you and Rebella.
Perfect. Okay, that's exactly how we would say that. Okay, so when we have that T sound at the end of words, we try and hide those. So listen when we read those and how we hide those sounds. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Excellent job. Nice job. Okay, let's go to Lucas.
Okay.
All right, Lucas. Let's see. So we came here. Give me 1 second. My computer's catching up with itself. All right. Okay, Lucas, let me have you read this next paragraph, please. It's a really big one. Go ahead and read it.
Okay. Rebella was combing Mattie's hair. She had a tape recorder in her pocket in case she got Mattie to talk. I had a lot of fun, said Mattie, who was beginning to get comfortable talking to Rebella. I did too, said Rebella with a smile on her face. So, what do you want me to call you? Asked Mattie. You can call me Aunt Rebella, said Rebella. Okay, cool, said Mattie. Mattie did not say anything for a few minutes. Aunt Rebella, am I going to have to go live with Uncle Tony? Asked Mattie. If he did something to hurt you and your parents, no, said Rebella. Promise? Asked Mattie. Pinky swear, said Rebella. He did something bad, said Mattie. What did he do? Asked Rebella. He shot them and I saw him. He yelled, come here, you little brat. I hid in the closet. Then I started smelling smoke and it was getting hard to see. I remember what they taught us in school, that if your house was on fire, you crawl until you got out, and then you would go to a meeting place. I crawled to the living room and I heard something. I thought he was still in the house, so I sat down beside the couch. That's when the officer found me, said Mattie. Rebella finished combing Maddie's hair. Why don't you let Uncle Harvey show you where you will be sleeping tonight, and I will come talk you in a few minutes, said Rebella. Maddie left the room and Rebella called GP. She put the recorder up to the phone and left GP listened to the conversation.
Okay. All right, very good. Let's practice some sounds here, okay? All right, first off, we're going to practice the word sleeping. Give me a good E sound here. E, sleeping.
Sleeping.
Good, that's it. So instead of saying sleeping, it's that E sound, okay? Sleep, okay?
Sleeping.
The next word I want to work on that has that same sound is meeting. Where did you go, meeting? Oh goodness. Crap. Where'd you go? All right. Well, it's in there. I wrote it down. So the word is meeting. So it has that double E. We're going to pronounce the word with that E sound as well. So instead of saying medding, okay, it's meeting. Meeting. Try that.
Meeting.
Good. Yep. And I just found it. There it goes. Okay. Next word is going to be couch.
Couch.
Good. Yeah. So that's an ow sound. Okay.
Okay.
Couch. Yes. All right. Now here, when you read the word, you had used a Spanish D sound, saying den. Okay. Remember, we want to pronounce that th, saying then.
Okay. Then.
Perfect. Okay. Excellent. Here we have a Y word. Okay, we're going to use that E, okay, that Spanish E in front. Instead of reading that as a Y and saying gelled, we want to say yelled. Try that.
Yelled.
One more time. Yelled.
Yelled.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
This word here is hurt.
Hurt.
Yeah. So we're not going to read that as a U and say hurt. Okay. We say her. Okay. Just like you say, look at her, okay, like this word here, okay, same pronunciation, we just put a T at the end, hurt.
Okay, hurt.
Great. Okay, last word.
Okay.
This may be a new word for you. The word is combing. That B is going to be silent. Okay. Now, with that word, that's combing your hair. That's when you brush your hair, comb your hair. Okay, that's what that word means, to comb. All right, let me have you try that, combing.
Coming.
Excellent. Good job. All right, very good. Yeah, thank you. Let's go to, I think I'm on Mustafa, right? Yeah, so Mustafa, let me have you read this next paragraph here. Go ahead and read this paragraph, please.
Okay.
Mustafa, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a TV playing in the background?
Yeah.
Can you turn it down just a little bit so I can hear you a little bit more?
Okay. Okay, I'm here.
There you go. Great. Thank you.
Tell himself. Okay. The next morning, Tony Tong was arrested after being processed. He placed in interrogation room 1. GP entered the room. Mr. Tong, I want to tell you how sorry I am for your loss. The reason we brought you down here is because your niece Mattie said that you hurt her parents, and I think she's lying, said GP. Tony got real smart with GP, so now the police solves the cases, taking to Ghost because Mattie died in the fire, said Tony. How do you know she died in the fire? Asked GP. The little brat hid in the closed and terrible rooms were set on fire, said Tony. GP took out his handcuffs. Tony Tang, you are under arrest for arson and the death of Bob and Clara Tongue, said JP. What about Matty? Asked Tony. Don't worry about Matty. You told me something that only the person who set the fire would know, said JP. Tony realized that he had incriminated himself.
Good, good. All right, so let's practice some words here, okay, Mustafa? This first word here, that is going to be incriminated.
Incriminated.
Yeah, incriminated. So our accent is right here on cri, on incriminated.
Incriminated.
There you go. Nice job. Okay. Here we say realized. Realized.
Realized.
Great. Nice job. Okay. Now this is probably a new word for you. The word is arson. Okay, so that S is going to be a voiceless S. Arson. Arson.
Arson.
Good. Now this word means to, it's someone who sets things on fire. Okay, so an arsonist is someone who burns down buildings or houses or people. They may kill someone by using fire. They would be called an arsonist. Okay. Now the last name here. Okay. The word is tongue. Tongue. But we had an S on the end, so tongue. That's a tongue. Okay. Now when you add an S at the end, the word is tongues. Tongues.
Tongues.
Good. One more time. Tongues.
Tongues.
Excellent. Okay. And let's check out one more word here. At the very beginning, I believe it's at the very beginning, the word is talking. And we want to make sure that we do not pronounce that L.
Talking.
Where did it?
All right.
Yeah, talking without that L. Oh, here it is. Okay, so the word is talking. The L is silent. Instead of saying talking, it is talking. Okay, try that.
Talking.
Good, good, nice job. Okay, yeah, everything else was really good. Your ED endings and things like that. Excellent job. Very good job, Mustafa.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, let's go to Pablo, and then yeah. So Pablo, let me have you read. The ending of this story here, please, and then we'll go to story 22, and I'll have Mustafa. I think it's Mustafa Safa.
Yes.
Read a paragraph. Okay, so go ahead and read, Pablo.
JP came out of the interrogation room and went into the detective's office. Maddie was sitting in JP's chair drawing. Do I need to move, sir? Asked Maddie. JP patted her on the shoulder. No, you're fine, said JP. He motioned for Revela to step outside. I got a confession, said JP. That's good news, said Revela. The only problem is that Maddie may be his daughter, said JP. Revela had a confused look on her face. Tony was sleeping with Clara, and she was fixing to tell her husband about the affair, said JP. Oh my gosh, said Revela in disbelief. After work, Revela was sitting on the couch. Harvey came into the room. I was just thinking how much fun I had with Maddie. I was just kind of thinking what it would be like to have a daughter, said Revela. She would be as beautiful as her mother, said Harvey, sitting down beside. You know, I would lose my girlish figure, said Revela. Harvey put her arm around her. Even if you lost your girlish figure, you would still be beautiful, said Harvey. Revela blushed at Harvey's comment. Tony Tongs pleaded guilty to Arson and murder charges and was sentenced to life in prison without parole. A DNA test was done and it was determined that Tony was not Maddie's father.
Okay, very good job, Pablo. All right, we had a lot of interesting and new words here. Okay, for example, girlish. All right, girlish. Let's try that word. Girlish. Girlish.
Girlish. What does it mean?
Girlish. Okay, so when you talk about a girlish figure, that's when, okay, a girl. Okay, so she has a figure, right? So a girlish figure. So if she has a child, she's no longer going to have a girlish figure. She's going to be a little bit more round, right? Because she'll have a baby. Okay, she'll lose her girlish figure. Okay, that's what that means. Okay, and okay, so let's practice. I want to practice your D sounds. Okay, so for example, we have the name Maddie, and I can tell you are trying to use that D sound in saying Maddie. Okay. The difference is that you're using a Spanish D, saying Maddie. Okay, the Spanish D. Let's say these are your teeth. You're placing your tongue right against the back of your teeth, like if you were to say donde. Okay, your tongue, it goes right against the back of your teeth in a Spanish D. In a English D, you pull it off. Okay, and let's say this is the top of your mouth, like an R, like a Spanish R. You let it hit the top of your mouth, like if you were to say aire, aire. Okay, you hear how my tongue hits the top of my mouth. Okay, it's the same for you, aire. Okay, so let me have you say aire or aires, like if you were to say Buenos Aires.
Aire.
Okay, go ahead. Aire. Okay, that's that D. It's the same feeling. So when we say Maddie. Okay, you hear how it sounds the same. Aire, Maddie, aire, Maddie. Okay, my tongue is hitting the top of my mouth. So instead of saying Maddie, Maddie, we want to say mad, Maddie. Try that.
Maddie. No.
Okay, very close. Maddie. Think of a Spanish R. Maddie.
Maddie.
Okay, very close. Maddie. That's it. Okay. Yeah, no, you got it, man. You got it.
It sounds like yes.
Okay, I know. It feels totally strange right now. It feels totally. You're like, what? A Spanish R for a D sound? That's crazy. Okay, but it's exactly how it is. Okay, it's Maddie.
For me, it sounds like this with R. Maddie is okay though.
It's close. But instead of saying Maddie, like Maria, okay, you don't want a ma sound, you want Maddie. That's it, Maddie. Okay?
It's very
all right, good. So for example, headed. Okay, they were heading or headed. Try that word, headed.
Headed.
Pull your tongue back. Pull your tongue back and let it hit the top of your mouth. Headed. Yeah, that's it. That's the D, man. That's how that D sounds. Okay?
Right.
So work on that. Whenever you see a D, that's what you want to make it sound like. Okay? A Spanish R. Okay? Now,
and when I see two T's, like in Mari, it's the same, right?
Yes, it's the same. Not always, though. Not always. So, for example, if we have the word written, okay, that's pronounced two ways. We do not say ridden. We say either written with a T sound or written. And we skip over those T's. Written.
Okay.
Okay. If it ends with an N sound, we do not pronounce those double T's as a D sound. Okay, we either skip over it or we pronounce the T.
Written sería written.
Okay, don't pronounce that W. That's the other sound I wanted to work with you on. Okay, so W. Okay, so yes, most of the time the double T will sound like a D, and the D, okay, hits the top. Okay, now W sound. Okay, for example, the word wood.
Wood.
Okay, the word wood. Okay, here we do not want to pronounce a G sound. You had said wood. All right, don't read that W as a W. Start off with an oo sound. Okay, so just like remember how I was talking about the Y's, how you start off with an E sound instead of reading that as Y. Okay, because if you would read all of the Y sounds with a Y, you'd be saying shoe, shoe, and shello. Okay, that's not the Y sound. The Y sound starts off with an E. Okay, and we say EU. Okay, and yellow. Now with the W, we start off with an oo sound, and we say oo.
Hello? 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 Oh, we lost the teacher, I think.
He's frozen. Oh, God.
The Hangouts again.
Wood. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Yeah, now you can?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
here you want to start off with an oo sound instead of a goo. So let's try that. Wood. Wood.
Wood.
Okay, give me a D at the end. Not a Spanish D, but a English D. Wood.
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 Wood. Wood.
Good. Now, with the D, with words that end with the D, I want you to practice saying the word aide and then taking off the A at the end. Aide. Okay, so practice that in your own time, and that'll help you say words like hand, head, and. Okay, so words that end with the D, those are the most difficult. Okay, so practice saying aide, but then taking off the E at the end and saying aide. All right, and that'll help you gain a little bit more control of your tongue. Okay?
Okay.
All right,
okay.
very good. Mustafa, Safa, I do apologize. I'm over time. I tried to get to you, but I can't. I got to run to my next class. Okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. Thank you guys very much. Have a great night, afternoon, or morning wherever you're at, and I'll see you in another class. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Take care, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye.